So right now I'm connected to BenARM Zeta. This is actually not a full install of Windows Server, but it's not a core install. It's that lovely place in between where I have Windows Server Core, but I have my graphical management tools as well. Let me just quickly show you something about BenARM Zeta and BenARM Epsilon, so you can follow this later on in the demonstration, is how I've configured the disks in these. All of my systems are currently, their system drive is the G drive. So if you ever see me type in G drive, that's system drive. I then use J and K for where I'm storing virtual machines. And those are just partitions that I've set up to keep my demos clear. So whenever you see the J drive or the K drive, that's just a locally attached disk where I'm storing virtual machines. So let me get rid of that. I'm going to bring up the Hyper-V Manager UI. And for this first demo for Shared Nothing Live Migration, we're going to be using File Server 1. You can see down here we have the nice little networking tab. You can see I'm running this on a private VLAN 99, the IP address 209.11. I actually have a nice little demo script here. So what this does is it kicks off two workloads for us, and I'll talk about why I have both of these later on. But I just have a ping going on to that machine, and I have a file copy. And both of these just loop forever going on. So with that in mind, now once again, these are two standalone boxes. There's no shared infrastructure between them. They're just on the same domain. So I can come into here just using Hyper-V Manager. I'm going to right-click on File Server 1. I'm going to say I want to move it. And then I'm going to say I want to move the virtual machine. And I want to move it to my other server, BenARM Epsilon. We have autocomplete, and I have practiced this a lot. So thankfully, it autocompletes straight away. We then have a couple of move options. I'm going to choose the simple one here and say I just want to move all the virtual machine bits to a single place on BenARM Epsilon. I'm going to put in my path, J: on BenARM Epsilon, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to get a little progress box. I'll bring this up here. We've now just quickly completed the negotiation. We know that everything is fine between these servers. We're now in the first phase where we're setting up the storage mirror. And at this point, the virtual machine is still running on BenARM Zeta, because we get the storage mirror all completely set up. And only once we have the storage mirror set up do we do the live migration. And it's right at the very end that we switch across to the other one. Now, the reason why I have both the ping and the file copy is when we do live migration, our goal is to have under 5 seconds downtime for network connectivity. And that 5 seconds is a magical number because TCP/IP will cover over a timeout of under 5 seconds. So if the virtual machine disappears for 2 seconds and you're using any client over TCP/IP, it's not going to see the disconnect. Ping, on the other hand, ping uses ICMP, and ping is designed to detect small timeouts. So what we should see when the live migration happens is we should see that the file copy is able to continue uninterrupted, but we'll see a couple of pings get dropped. I never like to try and predict because I'm always wrong. With this, as I've been practicing this, I've seen anything from 1 ping dropped up to 4 ping drops. So we'll see what we see today. Now, actually, I know this demo quite well, so we're actually getting quite close to being done, despite what the progress bar is saying. So we'll just wait a moment. Because it actually, with this setup, it gets to 30%, and then it actually screams along to 100%. So here we go. So we're now actually doing the memory transfer. We've got the storage mirror in place, and the virtual machine's moved across. Let's see how many pings. We dropped 1 ping. The file copy is kept up, and the entire virtual machine is moved over to the other side.